I'm manifesting it. Aiden Hutchinson and Lawson, Myers and Quinnen on passing downs. That's a hell of a pass rush. That's going to take Quinnen to another level. If Quinnen wants to wait and play up, and he says, I want to wait another year for the extension, then obviously, yes, you take it. But if you're Joe Douglas, we finally is deserving of a second contract. I think the conversation should happen. Do you want to take the contract extension now? Or do you want to bet on yourself, play another year? Because then we'll take the option. I think the Jets approach Quinnen and say, we love everything you've done. We love the guy that you are in the community. You're our Man of the Year nominee this year. We respect you and what you're doing for the team. Do you want the extension now, or do you want us to take the option and extend you next offseason? But he deserves it. He deserves it. From a Jets fan standpoint, do it now because you might save a little bit. Because once you get those edge guys and then he balls out next year, it's going to cost you more. So from a fan aspect, from a cap aspect, from an organization aspect, do it now. From a Quinnen aspect, you bet on yourself. You could probably add 10, 15 million more to that contract next year if you go out and you hit double-digit sacks and you ball out.
Jeremy, what do you think?
I agree. If you can get him at a reasonable price and an extension, and we get a little bit of a discount because we do it now, lock him down. One of the things that people don't talk about is he doesn't get nearly the reps as the other top interior guys as well. Like the way we rotate, and he still put up numbers that were really impressive. Like when you consider the amount of snaps he plays. Also, another key thing that we noticed during the season, me and a lot of people I watch with and talk to, is that his sacks are actually meaningful. The timing of his sacks he steps up at the right moments. They're 3rd and 8 when they're at our 20. I mean, like he does it at the big moments. So, and that's the kind of guy you want. You don't want a guy who does it, the waist down by 20 points or you're up by 30 points and they stack their stats. This guy was stepped up as a leader in those big moments. And if we can get in, that would be nice just to know that that's done. We got JFM who's going to move to the inside. Then we just have to hope Lawson comes back from that injury, and is like a Kevin Durant kind of success story from that kind of injury. And then if one of those two guys, Thibodeau or Hutchinson, slip, I mean, that's going to be a dangerous, dangerous defensive line.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. The only thing, though, is I would use the 5th-year option on Quinnen. Now, Nick, I understand your point of view as far as locking him up because you think that you could probably get him at a hometown discount right now. Here's the problem. And we saw this a little bit with John Franklin Myers, which I'm a little bit disappointed. Sometimes give that contract to a player, they have a tendency to disappear on the football field. Now, I know that our defensive line, which was supposed to be one of the strengths of this defense going into this season, got decimated by injuries. Not having Carl Lawson, not having Vinny Curry, not really having the type of rotation that we would have liked to have. Quinnen continuing to get double-teamed and so on. But JFM played his ass off the year before last. And in this year, there were times where he made an impact, and there were times where he completely disappeared. And I think that Joe Douglas is looking for guys that when you step out onto the field, I need you to have an impact. And you need to have an impact right away, early, and often. So I think that if it were me and I'm Joe Douglas, I'm having this conversation with Quinnen Williams saying, I need you to get better. We'll extend your option. And at the end of next season, if you're in a spot where we want you to be, then we'll have a conversation about contract extension. And I think that they'll throw the bag at him. But I think that for
let me ask you guys this.
Okay.
Let me throw out a scenario for you. Muhammad Wilkerson contract, 6 years, $85 million, right?
Okay. Is
that a bad contract for Quinnen, or you take that right now?
But Mo was also coming off a career year, though.
Don't forget, after the Bengals game, Salah said, "We go as this D-line goes."